Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Blue Banana and this is Kingdom Come Deliverance beta version Season 2, if you want to call it Season 2, because we are now playing as the Diplomat and we're trying to diverge the story a little bit further from the Squire approach. What is the Squire and the Diplomat approach? Well, the beta takes place a little bit into the game, like into the story, in the middle of the story somewhere. And basically you choose your past. How did you approach certain situations? And the Squire, of course, lets his sword talk more than his tongue, while the Diplomat goes for more subtle approaches and tries to persuade people and not fight as much. And that's basically what you can do. There's also the third option, which is the Jack of all trades, who didn't focus at all. And I tried this for a short period of time, but wasn't really to my liking. But I think this will be Season 3 if I ever do that. Anyways, our quest was to find some guy called Reeky, who was at the Neuhof stud farm raid. And he seems to be the last guy surviving, because some of his gang members, called Jacob or Lubosh, I think this is the Czech translation, was gutted and nailed to a wall. Not really a nice way to go. Anyways, we found his hideout, that's the mineshaft that was described to us, and now let's see if anybody's home.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. Ugh, at least you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to.
Fuck! Don't kill me! I can explain. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I've no one to tell anyway, just please, don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men?
No.
Then who are you?
Alright, so let's be honest with him and tell him that, no, you know what? I'm gonna choose something different. This is the one that I told you about last episode, where you say I'm here on the behest of Zeratsu Copula and Sir Hanush of Lipa. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go with we have an enemy in common.
That's not important. The important thing is that we have a common foe.
Considering all the enemies I have, the odds of that are pretty high.
I'm talking about the gang that raided the Neuhof stud farm. I know you were there.
I was, but I've got nothing in common with those people.
I'll take your word for it, providing you tell me what you know.
I don't know why you should care, but if it keeps my neck out of a noose, I'll spill the beans.
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We was in it to grab some loot and bugger off, only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There was two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal. They wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you knew what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing. Even that we was going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they was cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Them horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I thought it was best to keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was gonna kill anything what moved, then we knew there was no going back.
So that was slightly different. But let's see what what he will tell us about his gang.
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
I don't know what you want to know. There was four of us, me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pavel. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims, never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us, plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's thick as a fence post. Strong as an ox, but not a brain in his head. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
But Limpy isn't Limpy dead? Okay, well... Anyways, who contacted Runt?
Who got your two gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pius. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says. That was a big deal, 'cause mostly we just did small stuff. A hold up on the road now and then. Nothing bigger. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was a bit fishy.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
You saw Limpy, right?
Aye, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill, a bit north of Neuhof.
That is one smart guy, right? But he told us that Timmy isn't really smart. Rob some place, go back to the place you've previously worked. That's really... No, nobody will look for you there. Anyway, tell me something about Runt's gang.
Did you know any of Runt's people?
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. And none of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt. And Pius warned us to watch out for him.
Anything else?
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid, do you?
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they're at.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more. Thing is, Timmy's got quite an imagination, but Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
True enough. So let's find the Timmy, right? But I want to know more about the Neuhof raid.
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. And Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had to sniff around the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Hanusha's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams rapid-like. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
Well, I'm gaping at Smill, stuck through and through, and then I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables, pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "Lubosh?" Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down!" So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knocks him on the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard, my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off of him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, he just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scarpered.
And
What
then?
happened after the raid?
We was waiting for that fool Timmy. Same place as we'd met him before, so he'd know where we was, right? Fucking bad idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy turned up after a while, two of Runt's men was dragging him.
There was some, difference of opinion.
They started on us right away that we was traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we was gonna pay for it. They started surrounding us, and we knew it was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
No, one of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they was so buggered from the raid they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted after us that they'd find us.
Well, they at least found blue bush, right? Anything else? No, okay. So as you can see, sometimes stuff is not really marked as, well, grayed out when you already have talked about everything, but what now?
That's all I need to know. So now, what do I do with you?
Well... Shit. Rents people. We gotta get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck.
At least they don't know there are two of us. We can take them by surprise.
In a pig's eye. I'm out of here.
Look here. If you run, they'll kill you, and me too. Together we stand a better chance.
Jesus Christ. Alright. I suppose you're right.
Well, of course I am. And we have the next fight at our hands, so draw the sword and let's do this. Let's go for a dance. A little bit of flanking. You need to be a little bit more careful here because sometimes this just doesn't lock on. Okay, this is not good here. You can hold the middle mouse button sometimes to change this, but it doesn't look like it works now.
I'll wring your
Ow,
neck, you
okay, wow.
Slay you, you scum.
Ow! Hey!
I don't know what happens behind me, that's not good.
Yow! God damn.
Wow, did you hear the echo on that? That was great. Really? I think I had my sword up to block that. Also, what you need to know about this is momentum is a lot. Oh, look at that! They slaughtered Reeky. Oh well, he was a bandit anyway, so. Now we have a 2-on-1 on our hands. Great. This is very interesting. It's a lot different than the Squire approach, because so far I never had Reeky die. Okay, it looks like this guy is really worn out, and also if you hit them, oh, this isn't great. Oh, we could have died here.
To hell with you.
The thing is,
Giving up, eh?
you okay, you are sliding around in a weird way.
Out of breath.
One thing that I really don't think is a good plan is going for parries.
To hell with
What the
you.
hell? Did you just duck under it? Well done, sir.
All right, now you're dead. You fucking dog. Ah! All right, now you're
Yep.
dead.
Oh, I parried that guy, even though I did not think I could do it. And he's dead, and I think he's taken off, yeah. And he's dead too. Good. Sad. It's a little sad that Reeky died. But sometimes you just can't rescue him. I heard about that, even though he did not die in a single of my tries so far. But I've heard about that. I've heard that he can die. We eat some apples to restore our health a little bit. It doesn't heal you a lot, but it helps it, as said, a little bit. There he is. Let's see anything that you have. Short sword. Not really interested, actually. Well, it's actually pretty damn light. That's quite valuable, so let's take it. Also, we might be able to use it I guess I looted that one. Why is it stolen? It's not really stolen, we took it off a corpse. Ah, the lovely Bohemian weather. And we stabbed the guy over here. Let's take the shield. It's actually in a really good condition, that's a heart symbol. And maybe we are taking the padded coif, because we don't have a helmet at the moment. So we could equip the shield right now, why the hell not? Let's take this coif. Awesome. The plate counter or cooter is some kind of elbow protection. The other guy died somewhere around, I don't know, here. There we go. Because he has a gabison. And we're going to take it. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Why was I hesitant? Well, it increases our visibility. Wait a second. If I take off the counters, or cooters, 6%, eh? You know what? I think I'll don't do that then. Yeah, let's go like this. But the gambeson we keep just in case. Yeah, this will bump it up a lot, but it boosts our, I think it will boost our charisma, wouldn't it? No, charisma 5. Interesting. Oh, and we're overburdened. Isn't too bad because we can just summon our horse. Or actually, you don't really need to summon your horse. You can just click over here and you can see that the horse has a storage for us. And I think I'll put the short sword and maybe, you know what? Let's put this equipment in some saddlebags and we might use it later on. We might. Also, this is, I think, the first time in maybe 10 tries or so that we had a 3-on-2 here, weirdly enough. Because the last times I tried this, the third guy, the guy that wielded his sword with 2 hands, just didn't show up and he was just patrolling this road. Which is rather weird, you ask me. Anyways, we now know that we have to go and find Timmy, who should be working at the mill, and the mill is in this direction. There would be the possibility to just beeline it and go straight through the woods and try that, but there are some invisible walls there. It's not really an invisible wall like you would expect from some RPGs where you just run against a literal invisible barrier. But there are some, you know, some really thick trees, and those, well, hold you back. You can't walk through them, and basically it's just, the wood is just too thick to pass through. That's the bottom line, I think. So, one thing that you can see now, and that is something that I say a lot, but I think it's, since this is a new season, maybe somebody hasn't seen season 1, blah blah blah, is the combat. If you've seen it, we lost some HP, you can see this in the middle, in the screen at the bottom, it's pretty obvious, I think. The HUD is very clean and very well made. But as you can see, the yellow bar, which is our stamina bar, can only fill up to the maximum of our HP, of our current HP. So you lose health, well then you lose your maximum stamina as well. And your stamina protects your health, so you take stamina damage before you take health damage, which is a very cool way of managing all of this. So this makes it a very momentum-driven thing, because that's the same thing for enemies as well. You damage mostly their stamina first, and if you get them to lower HP, they can't do stuff anymore because they don't have the stamina or the maximum stamina to back it up. Also, you use stamina to block, to swing your sword, and stuff like that. Well, not really to block, but blocking, just when you hold your sword up, you regenerate stamina more slowly. Anyways, now that we're at the farm and it's getting dark, let's take a look at... Yeah, it's getting dark. we might want to find a place to sleep and before we go on with this adventure. One thing I have to say, and this is still work in progress, of course you can see it in the top right corner, work in progress. Sleeping, resting and fast traveling is, well, fast traveling isn't even in the game at the moment, but all of these don't really work very well at the moment because the game is not optimized that well. They're working on it, they are working on it, but come on, there's no place to sleep in this house? What the hell, man? Yeah, but as it is, sleeping for 12 hours takes about, in-game, for 12 hours in-game, takes real time of, I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 minutes on my machine, so it's not very fast, but it will be better. Oh, I remember there is a place to sleep in the mill. Don't know why, because that must be a really loud place, but okay. And as you can see, yeah, optimization stuff, it's raining inside. There are some things that need to be fixed, but then again, that there is rain inside a building is far less important than content and game-breaking bugs. And these are the two main things. And of course optimization, that the game is actually fun to play. So as you can see, we have a bed. Comfort of bed is at 80%. That means that our rest can only go up to 80. I think that seems to be true. I wasn't 100% sure on that, but it's from previous gameplays. I think this holds very true. So now I sleep for 11 hours. For you, it will be the blink of an eye. For me, it's 4 minutes, where I make some coffee, have a coffee, make another one, and drink it again. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, good morning everybody. It's 7 AM I think. Yeah, I actually waited for another hour because 6 AM it's still pretty much dark. But anyways, we are here, we're back, and we wanted to find this Timmy. And from the looks of the quest marker, I have to talk to her. Come on. Yeah, I'm looking for Timmy.
I'm looking for a colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
Yeah, sure, but we're quite persuasive, and I think you're keeping something from me.
You look nervous. You wouldn't be keeping something from me.
No, certainly not. Only, what do you want from him?
I urgently need to talk to him.
Not here. Meet me at the back behind the mill.
Okay, I will do. So, this is just a shortcut from the looks of it. That guy just likes jogging, huh? Yeah, this seems to be a shortcut of some sorts, because if you aren't persuasive enough, then she won't tell you, and then you just ask somebody else here, and he says, oh yeah, Timmy, I know a Timmy, he works here. Then you get back to her and say, well, everybody here knows Timmy, how come you don't know him? You obviously are lying, and basically that's just a shortcut by persuading her. Anyways, let's talk behind this mill then.
Indeed? Why all the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
I need to talk to him.
Yeah? About what?
That's between me and him. Will you tell me where I can find him?
I will not. I don't know who you are. Find him yourself.
Sure. I mean, do we want to impress? I think we could certainly try. Yeah, because I want to know more about the Sir Hanush. Maybe he gets something, he tells us something about
Look
that.
here. I'm here in the service of Sir Hanush.
Sir Hanush? Jesus Christ, it must be serious.
Can you tell me where to find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do you care so much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, see? And he's always getting led astray by others. And now there's some peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
They were scary looking and said peculiar things. But I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway. Tell me where he is and I'll take care of him.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
The guy to the left here, this one that's just entered the screen, looks like the one that we killed over at the hideout.
I get the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we can help each other.
And who are you looking for?
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
Timmy? Never heard of him.
I don't know anything about him, so there's not much I can do for you.
That's a shame. A crying shame, because I take good care of people who help me.
If I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah, right. Who the hell is this guy anyway?
Come on, boys!
I mean, it looks like some kind of... This looks like a pretty shady gang to me. Anyways, we know where Timmy is. They don't. And that's good. Okay, he was carrying an invisible basket for just a second. But I thought he was a good 9. Anyways, we will ride out to the Colburn estate. But I'll do this in between episodes, because this one is over. Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, but it is. So, what did we find out? Not that much. We know that 2 gangs were at the Neuhof raid. It was Runt and, well, the Pious Pavel's gang, where Reeky and Timmy are, well, they're basically part of that one. And it didn't turn out like they thought. The ones were in for the money, the others were there to slaughter everybody, and it seems like, well, Reeky's gang has been kind of framed, left out in the dark, and just was used as a scapegoat. So that's basically what I really want to find out. Next episode we're going to find Timmy, talk to him, find this bandit hideout, and let's see where this all leads us. So if you liked what you saw, then please consider pressing the like button. It helps me out a great deal, and I really do hope that I see you in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and as always, auf Wiedersehen.